okay, this is, wait a minute, it's November 5th. And right now, Laura and I are going camping in New Hampshire. It's a Saturday. And we're going to test out that hammock camping and just chillax a little bit and have some fun. But on the way, Laura reminded me of a lot of these neat little things that happen that is totally, you just forget them because they're not earth-shattering. I'll let Laura, she always describes things better than I ever can.
Yeah, well, I was just thinking, since you started your journey of, kind of living on the road and having this adventure, a lot of little things have happened to you, and it would be kind of cool to just, have a list or to record, one, just to briefly record whenever these things happen. And then later you said, later you can think back on it, you can kind of revisit these things. They might even inspire more writing later. And I thought of it because of we drove by where you stayed for 2 weeks, and I was with you when you were kind of setting up, your 2-week stay, and I was wondering why you were chatting with the woman so long. So I put the window down a little and overheard. I was doing a little eavesdropping, and you were negotiating a modest decrease in your fees in exchange for cleaning the bathroom, which was one of the thrilling aspects of moving out of your house in the first place. How you never have to do that again. So I was shocked and stunned. So how would you describe that event?
I would describe it as a total absurdity, because I remember the day before, whatever, I'm there every time I go to the bathroom at McDonald's, I'm like, another toilet bowl I'll never have to clean. And I'd be very vocal with that with you, whether it be the shower or the toilet bowl. And you're there, what? Wait a minute, this dude is never going to clean up. What is he doing?
And you were so excited and enthusiastic about it. And this is multiple stalls, 4 showers, multiple sinks from multiple people on a daily basis. The men and ladies' room.
And she reminded me, don't forget to get the hair out of the shower. Oh, yeah, of course.
Asking for details. And she's how to do it. Oh, it's not so bad. And you're asking about where the trash is, and so you can do it, and where the cleaning supplies.
Hey, I'm full in, man. When I'm on bathroom duty, those bathrooms are sparkling. Let me tell you.
Yeah, but it wasn't long before the regret set in.
No, I was 5 minutes. I propped up in the ladies' room there. What have I done? What is this about? For chump change, I'm doing this? Come on.
I know. But luckily you did your job and then talked to her about not doing it anymore.
Now, I got to tell you about these folks, though. They're class all the way, and they did say, we'll cut your camping fee in half, which was low to begin with, and it really so they were very fair. They were terrific, and what they said was true. You could do it in 15 minutes. And it wasn't that bad. It was kind of funky. But the big thing about it for me is that I was so close to... I've done this, and I worked all my life for freedom. It's a gift. It is a gift. I'm so lucky. And to be thrown it away... And I said chump change. I didn't really... what I meant really is not disrespecting the money so much as I just want to devote my life to... I've been given this gift to use. I better use it properly. I'll be a little poorer, and that's okay. To use this precious, precious time. Yeah, I'm getting all serious there, but then you reminded me, and I was laughing my head off. So I saw her the next day, and she was pretty cool about it. I'm there oh, she goes, you don't want to do this anymore, right? No.
Yeah, she was very, very understanding. And also, it was nice you gave them a break, a day off from having to deal with that. So it worked out for everyone. It
worked out good. She was cool. And they're like, listen, just charge me for these 2 days, full campground fees. That's a freebie on me. And she goes, no. And so she, it was kind of cool. So that was good.
All right. And so what are some other things? The other day you had a chipmunk on your boot. Little things like that. What other things would you know?
You know the other thing. We were just talking about. I was driving up the Kangamegas Highway in New Hampshire. and it was Halloween, and there's this dude with a big dog. I'm assuming it's a dude. I didn't know. Maybe it was a girl, and had a sheet over the head, and with these big black oval circles for eyes and a scream mouth, and like a ghost type of deal, and a big, giant, hefty stick. The stick must have been like, I don't know, 2 or 3 inches in diameter, round, long, probably about 5 foot. And he's swinging around like a ninja, like the ninja type of guys. And he's swinging around, and he takes the stick and he points it right at me. And I started laughing, and I'm beeping the heart at him. And you tell me the rest of it.
Yeah, so then I wasn't there, but what you told me is you just took a brief, foray into the campground to check things out, and you came back expecting to see the guy, but instead you encountered like multiple police cruisers, and the guy was nowhere to be seen.
The dog got arrested too.
I guess so. I guess he pointed his stick at the wrong person, and you found it amusing, but maybe someone else did not.
Well, yeah, exactly. I'm sure he's like, wow, I'm hilarious, and he's and the unmarked cruiser was coming up next, and he did it to him. That's probably a bad thing to do to a police officer,
Yeah, probably.
So I think it's a brilliant idea, and I never thought about it as a source of writing material for whatever. And each of these things, like you said, it could be blown out to a nice little mini story. Right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So it's good. It's a good way to kind of document the journey without too much oppression, like just 1 or 2 sentences even a day, just to note all of these small things that happen every day. It's really cool to look back on it, and it could be inspiring for a story, like you just said. So yeah,
I think it's pretty cool. So it's added a new folder in the sound thing called Curious Happenings.
Curious Happenings.
Yeah, the whole thing was Curious Happenings, right? And we were talking about, what's a good time as I take this journey? What's the utility of having a Curious Happenings folder on my phone?
What's the utility? It's just a.
Well, I'll tell you what the utility is. If I'm out there on the low prairie, right, and I'm kind of bummed, everything ebbs and flows, right? And if I'm bummed, I'll just slump through and get a Curious Happening, and like this one, especially with you chatting with it too, right? And I'll start laughing or something. It'll brighten my day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. It will definitely brighten your day. Like, I know things like that happen to us all the time, and my mind right now is like going through the Filofax, trying to think of something right now.
You, right?
You do?
Yeah, we were having a sandwich on the greatest steps in Main Street, and then the sandwich was like, it was unedible. Right? And then
right. Oh yeah. So we ate on a Greta stuff twice in 1 week, I think. The first time the sandwich was amazing. And then the second time it was from a deli, and the second time we're like, oh good, we'll eat at the same step, the same deli, it'll be great, but the deli was closed. Right. But I was like, wait, the place down the street might have a sandwich. Right. And they had one sandwich.
The last sandwich.
And
we assumed the last sandwich from today.
Oh, I know. And it was some kind of strange concoction, but I thought, well, I'm always up for a new sandwich. Sandwiches are like lists. They're right on the top for me. And it was a terrible sandwich. It was mushy and soggy. The flavor, there was like actually like greens in the sandwich, but they had been heated, so they were all wilty. It was just awful. I couldn't even pretend to like it. But in my car, I had a small triple berry pie and 2 forks. So that saved the day.
Yeah, you're there like, and you like pie? I'm there, yeah. I got a pie in my car. I'm there, you go, what? A pie in my car? I'm there, well, yeah, okay. I guess we have to eat it with our hands. No. I got a couple of spoons in my car. I'm there, what?
It was great. It was it was like the size of a small plate, and we cut it in half.
It was a good size. It wasn't like a coffee saucer. That was like a small dinner plate. That was a good size pie. Like 8-inch pie, I would say.
Oh, and it was so good.
And we were sitting on the step. We both wolfed down the pie. It was awesome.
And what do we learn from this? Carrying a pie, it really saves the day, makes people smile. That could be my trademark. I almost forgot. See what I mean? All this time, that could have been my trademark thing. I could have had a pie at the ready.
Could have had a pie at the
If
ready.
I'd only written it down or set it on this happenings list, you know?
I'll tell you what, that pie saved the day. Yeah.
It did save the day.
Well, anyway, I think it's a good deal, and this is so this is the start of the Curious Happenings. I wanted to say goodbye or something. Goodbye.
All right, bye.